What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. Now shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. And today's Division 2 video is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for today, March 22nd. Now typically I wouldn't do a video this late of this caliber, but we did just get back home from our kids' little birthday weekend that we did. Nice little vacation. And then I got a text from Sergeant Graybeard. Shout out to the gaming brigade out there. He told me I might want to look at the vendors today. So without further ado, let's jump into our weekly vendor reset and must-buys. I heard it's a good one today, so let's see. Nice. Holy crap. All right, so starting off with a must-buy of the week. It's a crit chance, crit damage sacrifice. That's the perfect glass cannon chest piece. And look, it's the same chest piece I'm wearing. I just maxed mine out. You can see that I had to optimize my attributes to max them out. And you're going to have to do the same thing here. But you could easily just max out the weapon damage. And then as you go, optimize the crit chance and crit damage. That's a really good pickup. That is a must buy. First item of the reset. Dang. That's a good one. All right, next up. Enhanced AUG with stability and close and personal. Followed by a FAL with ignited and mag size, and a M45A1 with health damage and ranger. Now the gear items, we have a Douglas and Harding backpack with shock and awe, health, and crit damage, and then a Walker Harris chest piece with tag team, skill haste, and hazard. Now finishing off with the mods, headshot damage 7%, drone damage 4.1, turret health 7.7, and sticky bomb burn duration 4%. Now, must-buys things to look at from the very first vendor. It's the sacrifice. This is the named Providence defense chest piece with perfect glass cannon. Crit chance and crit damage on that thing. That's nice. That's a really nice pickup. All right, let's make our way to the clan vendor. Ba-doo-boop-ba-doo. Now, I hope everyone had a great weekend and Monday. Don't forget to support the channel by hitting that like and subscribe for more Division content. I will be doing Division videos every day during the week, unless my kid has a birthday. All right, clan vendor. The Grudge. This is the named SMG with perfect vindictive. Also comes with accuracy. Then we have a Eclipse chest Eclipse mask with status effects. That's not bad. Then we have a Striker backpack with max status effects. Okay. And then a ongoing backpack with crit damage. Interesting. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around this backpack. I can't really think of a reason you would want to run status effects with your Striker, especially on the backpack. I just don't see it, because typically if you were to run Striker with like a status build, you would probably want like Wicked or Perfectly Wicked to go with, like, you know, the Ridgeway Sprite chest piece. So I can't really think of a reason. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys know a good way to run Striker with status effects and the backpack. Interesting. All right, high-end items. SR1 with Ranger and Rate of Fire. Comes with really good marksman rifle damage, so you could just re-roll that Rate of Fire off for damage to armor or damage to targets at a cover. And this could be a really good pickup. Then we have a classic RPK. Dang, man, with max LMG damage. Already comes with damage to targets at a cover. So you could re-roll the mag size off for damage to armor and then keep the strained, run it on a crit build, and then you just get all of that crit damage while you're shooting the weapon. I mean, that would be pretty dirty. That's a good pickup as well. Then we have a tactical SASG with headshot damage and ranger, followed by Alps holster with skill haste and crit damage, an SRS A1 with stability and strained, Bellstone Armory holster with hazard and skill haste, and then a Heligard holster with armor regen and skill haste. Now looking at the mods, crit chance 4.7, shield deflector damage 4.4, turret health 8%, and hive health of 8.3. Now, must buys things to look at from the clan vendor. The Eclipse Mask is a good one for a status effects build. The Striker's Backpack, I'm not sure yet, but it's up for discussion. The SR1 is pretty good with the high marksman rifle damage and ranger. Just reroll the rate of fire. And the classic RPK is pretty good with the strained and max LMG damage. Just reroll the mag size off for damage to armor. And that's pretty much it for the clan vendor. So now we're going to make our way west and double back east in Washington, D.C. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. There we go. There it is. Them reload times, though. Man. All right, let's go over here to Cassie Mendoza's Doppelganger. All right, here we go. Over here at the campus. Starting with the designated hitter. This is the named marksman rifle with perfect reformation. Also comes with optimal range. Then we have a Model 700 with swap speed and optimist, followed by an infantry MG5 with rate of fire and fast hands. In gear items, we have a Seska mask with headshot damage and skill damage, and a Walker Harris holster with crit chance and headshot damage. That's a good one, though. You could easily just max out the weapon damage or armor on this and run it. This is actually a pretty good pickup. I'll pick one up. I'm going to roll armor on it. All right, now looking at these mods. Skill duration 8.3. Chem launcher skill haste 6.0. Hive healing 4.5. Pulse skill haste 5%. And hive duration of 4.3. Now, we're at the campus, and the only one I would say take a look at is going to be the Walker Harris holster. Check it out. All right, next up, our DZ vendors, and our first one is going to be Dark Zone West. West? Say whip. Whip. Say cream. Say whipped cream. Whip cream. All right, here we go. So Dark Zone West. Now remember, all of the Dark Zone items, you have to have DZ resources to, buy them. So go over here under your resource tab, and you can see Dark Zone resources right here above your keys. So Dark Zone resources, you can hold up to 300. However, if you are at, say, 299 and the DZ resources that you just extracted were like, say, 8, and you add that to your inventory, you'll come up with 307 like I did right here. But not bad. So that's how you see your DZ resources. Now let's check out the DZ vendors. All right, Dark Zone West, here we go. Oh, nice. With hazard as well. Oh, man. So the Death Grips, this is going to be another must-buy with hazard. Dude, I'll pick it up. I'll wait, just in case there's something even better at the Dark Zone vendors. This has been a pretty good reset so far. So these are the Death Grips. These are a PvP exclusive item, and what that means is you can only get it normally from the Dark Zone or Conflict. However, there are other ways to get it. Like right here, you can get it from the DZ vendor because technically that's the Dark Zone. And then you can also purchase a named item cache from the season's vendor or get a named item cache from one of the seasonal activities. And you can also get a chance to get PvP exclusive items as well. But right here, right now, the Death Grips, these are the 511 named gloves with armor on kill. Also comes with hazard protection, which is pretty good on the fact that if you wear 3 511, you get hazard protection as well. So you could easily make like a hazard protection, armor on kill type of build. That sounds pretty fun to run if you're up against some hazard. But all right, so moving on. M870 Express with stability and sadist. ACR with fast hands and damage to targets at a cover. Our gear items. Ace's gloves with skill haste. Rigger knee pads with skill haste. Alps gloves with skill haste and crit damage, and then Seska knee pads with decent weapon damage, hazard, and skill damage. Now looking at the mods, bleed resistance 8.6, Seeker Mind skill haste 4.7, shield damage bonus 4%, firefly damage 5.9, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look at from Dark Zone West. The death grip's pretty decent with that hazard protection. Just max out the armor, and then you could probably optimize it maybe 2 times, maybe 3 max to get that hazard protection up there to that 10%. The rigor with skill haste, I know people like to run that. And then the Seska knee pads are actually pretty decent. So they come with hazard. The weapon damage is decent. So just re-roll the skill damage off for, say, crit chance, crit damage, something like that. And you could put this with a crit hazard build, no problem. Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. All right, moving on to DZ South. We're going down south, boys. Yeehaw! Get her done. I mean, what? Hold up. Hold on. We about to go mud riding? We about to go hunting some squirrel? All right, Dark Zone South. Let's go. I'm getting pretty good at that voice. All right, here we go. DZ South. Oh, man. This is nice. Okay, so here's another must-buy. And I'm going to pick this one up because my other one has damage to targets at a cover, and this one has damage to armor. So this is the apartment. This is the named MPX SMG with perfectly measured. Because of year 2, they took away perfectly measured from the rail splitter. So technically, this is the only weapon in the game with perfectly measured. Now, perfectly measured, the top half of your magazine gives you plus 20% rate of fire, but negative 27 weapon damage. And then the bottom half takes away that rate of fire, but then gives you 33% weapon damage. So it's a little bit stronger than the normal measured, but nevertheless, this is a pretty strong weapon. This is the weapon that they compare to the house from Div 1. And then this one obviously being the apartment. They hit it right there on the nose. But yeah, pick it up. Dark Zone South, the apartment. All right, moving on. M1928 with max SMG damage, swap speed, and sadist. Then we have a SOCOM Mark 16 with crit damage and ignited, followed by a D50 with health damage and salvage. Now, if you're still going for those pistol blueprints, make sure you pick up this D50. And going to the gear items, we have a ongoing directive backpack with headshot damage, followed by a Aces and Eights chest piece with crit chance. We have a Heligod backpack with shock and all hazard and explosive resistance. And then a Overlord chest piece with braced, crit chance, and hazard. Looking at the mods, crit damage 10%, drone scan range 8.0, turret burn damage 4.2, and sticky bomb blast radius of 5%. Must buys things to look at from DZ South. The apartment, good one, check it out. The D50, always a good one if you don't have one. And that's it for DZ South. All right, let's go take our talent to the east side. Now remember, I always fast travel to the alpha checkpoint and not the main entrance, because I can just simply, after you get reloaded in for the second time, but I can simply just exit the checkpoint instead of running through that entire, front, area, this whole thing all the way down there. So instead, this is a little bit quicker and easy. Easy come, easy go. Here we go. DZ East. Alrighty, starting with the Commando. This is the named SVD with Perfectly Naked. Comes with crit damage. Then we have an Imp 700 Carbon with rate of fire and reformation. And then a classic M60 with rate of fire and perpetuation. Now the gear items. Future Initiative Mask with crit damage. Hunter's Fury Holster with crit damage. That's a nice one too. I mean, you could easily just put armor on this one. That would be nice. Then we have a Sokolov Concern Mask with explosive resistance and status effects. And then Golan Gear Holster with explosive resistance and skill damage. Looking at the mods, Skill Haste 10.3, Chem Launcher Burn Strength 6.2, Hive Health 7.3, Pulse Radius 8.7, and Trap Shock Radius of 5.7. Now, from the east side, Dark Zone, I'm not really going to recommend anything. All right, moving on. Going to the theater. To the theater. All right, our last stop for Washington, D.C. is the theater settlement. Here we go. Big money, big money, big money. Come on, man. Hook me up. Yo, what? Oh, man. All right, I had to pick those up before I even said anything. So these are the contractors gloves with max headshot damage. This is a must buy. Buy this right now. Buy 2 of them. Max out the weapon damage on one, and then max out the armor on another. And actually, if you're running a sniper turret, you could pick one of these up and then reroll it to skill tier as well, because we all know that headshot damage goes to your sniper turret as well. Damn, dude, contractors. We have contractors, we have the apartment, we have the death grips, we have the sacrifice. Damn. That's what, like 5 named items already, must buys? This is a really good week. So shout out to Graybeard for hooking a brother up. I wouldn't have done a video today if it wasn't for that dude. Moving on, military M870, crit damage and optimist. Then we have a police Mark 17 with swap speed and future perfect. Murakami gloves with crit damage and health. And then Bellstone Armory knee pads with crit damage and status effects. Looking at the mods, Disrupt Resistance 8.5, Seeker Mind +1 cluster, Shield Health 4.1, Firefly Blind Effect Duration 5.7, and Decoy Duration of 6.0. Definitely pick up these contractor gloves. Please, just do it. Do it, do it, do it. All right. And that is it for Washington, D.C. We have 2 more vendors and then we are done. And both are in New York City. New York. New York, New York. All right. So there's 2 vendors. One is Marco at the top of this escalator. And then the next is going to be Roy Benitez outside. So what up, Marco? Come on, big money, brother. Keep it going. All right. I mean, I'm not a big AUG fan, but this is a pretty damn decent AUG with damage to targets out of cover and in sync. I mean, that thing would hit like a Mack truck. I'm telling you, this is a good one. So just max out the SMG damage and just go on with it. I mean, you could probably optimize the damage to targets out of cover 2 or 3 times. But man, that's a decent AUG. Then we have a SOCOM Mark 20 with swap speed and strained. M1A CQB with accuracy and preservation. And then a Diceros with damage to armor and strained. Gear items, Badger backpack with clutch, health, and explosive resistance. D&H gloves with crit chance and hazard. And then a Raldi mask with armor regen and crit chance. Now going to the mods. Armor on kill 15.8k. Burn resistance 8.5. Drone armor repair 6.3. Chem launcher damage 4.2. And decoy health of 6.0. Must buys things to look at from Marco. Just check out the AUG if you want to. I'm not a big AUG fan. I was back in Div 1. But not really in Div 2. It just shoots so slow. I don't know. Now, before we get to Roy Benitez, you have to pet the dog. Make sure you pet the dog. Make sure there's water in the bowl, food in the cup. You know, good to go. All right. Good boy. Now, we can finally make our way back to Roy Benitez. And this is going to be our last vendor of this crazy, strong weekly vendor reset. All right, Roy Benitez, starting with the carbine with headshot damage. That's not horrible. Yeah, I mean, you could run a headshot build with it. That could be pretty nice with what concussion, maybe even what glass cannon, unbreakable, who knows, obliterate. It's not a bad weapon. Then we have a SOCOM Mark 20 with health damage and eyeless, a Spaz 12 with optimal range and spike, and 93 Romeo with reload speed and finisher. Gear items, Overlord backpack with wicked crit damage and status. That's nice. That's a good one, especially if you're running a rifle build with, like, say, the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece. This one is money. Pick that up. That's nice for all you rifle build people out there. Richter and Kaiser gloves with health and status effects, and then a Billstone Armory holster with crit chance and skill damage. Looking at the mods, headshot damage 7.6, shock resistance 8.6, turret damage 4.3, hive revive armor repair 8.2, and sticky bomb duration 6.4. Now, must buys things to look at from Roy Benitez. Check out the Carbine 7 and the Overlord backpack with Wicked. All right, and there you go. This has been probably the best vendor reset we've had. I would almost want to say ever. I mean, I counted what, 5 or 6 must buys, like actual must buys, not just like, oh, that's what, Von Doom thinks. No, like actual must buys. Like the crit chance, crit damage sacrifice. Are you kidding me? The maxed headshot damage contractor's gloves. Are you kidding me? Really? Hazard on some death grips? What? I mean, we're getting some crazy damage to armor on an apartment. Bruh. This has been a great and epic weekly vendor reset. I am Kamikazevondoom. Don't forget, hit that like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.